Hey, what is happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you again. I'm recording this video on the day that the wet cement Jordan 4s dropped. To me, that was a pair that I knew I was going to be going after. My local Finish Line got a couple of pairs in and I was able to grab one. We'll get into all the details about that here in a minute. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these wet cement Jordan 4s. Alright, so I have been pumped about the release of this pair for quite some time, and I think it's for a combination of reasons. I really feel like I've been on a drought when it comes to going to Finish Line and getting a pair the day of the release. I might be a little bit goofy, but I still love doing that. I love going whenever they open. I like talking to the workers there. Shout out to my Finish Line because they really helped me out today, and we'll get into that here in a minute. But I like going and getting in line. There was another guy in line this morning and he said he watches the videos. I'm real bad at names, but I think he said his name was Ron, but it was real cool just hanging out in line, talking kicks with him for a little while. So shout out to Ron, hope I got your name right, but I enjoyed talking with you today, bro. I knew from the first images that I saw of this shoe that I wanted a pair. Before I knew about the packaging or anything like that, I'm just a huge fan of an all gray shoe. I always say that Jordan 1s and Jordan 4s are my favorite retro Jordan silhouettes. 3s have kind of crept up there in recent years, but I still say 4s remain one of my favorite Jordan retro silhouettes of all time. I'm a sucker for an all gray sneaker, and I thought these looked really cool. I love different textures, that kind of stuff. These just really have my attention from the beginning. I've been talking to my local Finish Line. I really suggest people do the footwork and call around, talk to your local stores and that kind of stuff. Find out what they're getting. I knew that they were getting these. They only got 2 pairs. They only got a size 13 and a size 9. And they're supposed to get a whole lot of pairs, so apparently the shipping is delayed, but they're supposed to get a full-size run. The employee there suggested if I grab this pair, then I can just exchange it whenever they get the rest of the delivery, and they'll let me know, and I can take this pair back, which is not my size, but I want these for a personal pair. I'm not getting these because I think they're going to be valuable or anything like that. I love the design. I want to wear this pair of shoes. So anyhow, I was able to grab this size 9, and what I'm going to do is whenever they let me know that my size is in stock, then I'm just going to take these back and exchange them. I can't fit in a size 9 anyway, so I'll grab my 10.5 whenever it gets there. I got to give a shout out to Finish Line. Finish Line has been coming through for me as long as I've had this channel, even before all that. No matter who it is that's working there, they always help me out like crazy. Today it was Michaela, and I got to give a shout out to Michaela. I'm really pumped that I'm going to be able to get these in my own size. I don't even know if they sold out. I just know I don't have to worry about it because as far as I'm concerned, I have my size lined up and I'll just exchange these whenever my size comes in. But with all the yapping and the shout outs out of the way, let's get to the shoes. First off, I love this box. I love special presentation, and you can probably tell on the video, this has like a faux cement look. It really does look like concrete. And this colorway was inspired by the Olympics, which just started. They are being hosted in Paris, and these 4s were inspired by the look of cement all through the city. I like it when you can see the inspiration come through on the shoe and even on the packaging, and I think they knocked this out of the park. It's got a real neat texture to it. It almost feels like a real high grit sandpaper, something like that. But then it's also got a Jumpman and then that flight font that we always get on Jordan 4s. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's in a glossy finish, so it just kind of stands out just a little bit. But there is a Jumpman and flight there on the top. The tag reads Air Jordan 4 Retro SE. The colors are smoke gray and iron gray. As I said, I got a size 9 in this pair, but I'm going to exchange them for my size as soon as they come in. These were pretty expensive at $225 for retail, but I feel like it is a premium shoe. It's an SE. It's kind of limited. I don't mind paying $225 for them, but I was able to use some status rewards, so all in I think I was around $215 or something like that. And a lot of times I get my hopes up about a pair of shoes and I'll really be anticipating something, and then whenever I get the pair of shoes in hand, it just kind of fails to deliver, and I realize that it's kind of like a letdown and I was kind of hyped up for nothing. For this pair though, I think these are even better than I was hoping, and I had high hopes for these. I think these came out so well. The different colors of gray, the different textures, it really just has a premium feel. There's enough little unique touches on here that we don't get on standard Jordan 4s, and I'm loving the mix of materials. I just think these things are a masterpiece. I don't care about resale. I don't care if they sit. I love this pair of kicks. It's funny because whenever I do reviews, I always have a group of people that either say bricks if there's no resale, or if there is resale, then they call me a hype beast. I welcome it. I encourage people to comment. I like interacting with everybody, but I know I'm going to get one or the other. If these things did sell out, then somebody's going to call me a hype beast, but if these things are sitting, somebody's going to tell me they're a brick. Just remember, a pair of shoes can't be a brick if you like them. And I absolutely love these. I am so pumped that I secured my size in this pair, even if I have to exchange this one to get my size. I'm good with that. These are incredible in hand. The materials are really nice, and they definitely have a premium look. I think all gray is about as easy to match to an outfit as it gets. So I'm just really pumped to get these. I do plan on rocking this pair as soon as I get my size. Looking at the outsole, it's just a dark gray color, and then the only difference that we have is the Jumpman there at the midfoot, and that is in a lighter gray color. It's a standard Jordan 4 traction pattern, so we just have herringbone going in all different directions there in the front and also under the heel. But I like that it's a dark color. It'll hide the dirt well. I think those stars always look nice in the front. As we come up to that midsole, we can see that that same dark gray color continues. We've got some dark gray painted foam here around that visible air unit. It looks like inside the air unit is a light gray. It might even be white. It's kind of hard to see because it's so bright outside, but it's a nice clear air bubble. The paint looks clean as can be on here. I'm just really happy with the QC on this pair. A lot of times the paint might look nice, but you'll have a whole bunch of glue. And with this upper being a nubuck, it's very unforgiving if it does get glue on there. However, this pair looks clean as a whistle. There's no glue anywhere that it shouldn't be. I love the shape of these, and I just could not be more pleased with this pair. I'm hoping that all the pairs are consistently this good, because I really want my pair to be this clean as well. As we come up to the upper of the shoe here at the toe, we can see that we've got an overlay that has that crackle effect on it, and it's a darker gray. Because it has that coating on there, it's got a little bit of a shine to it, whereas the rest of the shoe looks flat. But again, I love the difference in texture, and I really like the way that crackled leather looks on there, but it is a darker color. It looks like that toe cap is the only place that we have that crackled leather. The rest of the leather is a lighter gray color, and it just feels like a very nice nubuck. It's not the highest quality, but it definitely feels nice. It just seems like it's a nice, genuine material, which I like. I said before how this pair has some unique touches that we don't typically see on Jordan 4s. For the netting on the side and then at the base of the tongue, it is just more of this nice gray nubuck, but they kind of pressed this grid pattern into there, and I think that looks really cool. Usually we see that netting over top of a mesh for Jordan 4s, but I think this is a nice change of pace. On the heel, we have this plastic tab that we're used to getting on Jordan 4s. It's got a Jumpman, and I like the color of that. It almost looks like it's reflective, or else they just tried to give that a faux cement finish as well. We also have those plastic accents that we're accustomed to getting for these eyelets here at the base, and then we've also got that plastic up here at the top of the laces, and that's got a really neat faux cement finish on it as well. It looks really cool. It's just a little bit darker than what that gray nubuck is, and I just love how you have all these differing shades and textures on this gray upper. At first I thought the laces were wax laces, but they just have a neat kind of tattered finish, and again it's a lighter shade of gray and another texture, and it just adds some depth to the shoes. Another unique thing about this pair is that the Jumpman and the Flight at the top of the tongue isn't on a tag. It's just this nice gray nubuck, but it's just pressed in there, and I think that looks nice. It almost gives it a more premium look in my opinion. The sock liner almost feels like a terry cloth or something. It's very soft. It seems like it'll be nice and comfortable, and it's a lighter gray color. But that was a pretty quick look at these wet cement Jordan 4s. I think these are a beautiful pair of 4s. I think they're going to be easy to wear. I'm very pumped that I was able to secure my own size, even though I'll have to do some running around to exchange this pair. I think these came out great. I'm not really even sure if they sold out or not, but I knew that I was going to be going for my size. Let me know what you all think about these. Let me know if you grabbed this pair or if you're grabbing any upcoming pairs. The Olympic Jordan 6s drop next weekend. I know my store has them, and I think they've got a bunch, so I shouldn't have any problem getting that pair in my size. I don't want them as much as I wanted these, but I do really want that pair of Olympic 6s. So stay tuned for that review if you're interested. Let me know what pairs you might be picking up here soon. I appreciate you all watching tremendously, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.